Hello. Um, we are on this fine. Well, I would say fine, but it looks really miserable. It looks very miserable and grey when the weather's been pretty decent. But how are we guys all doing this morning? You can tell that I'm definitely not an early morning person here. But I decided because you remember on the stream on Sunday, I had been toying with the idea of either doing a live reaction to the fixtures or whether to just do a video sort of reacting to them a little later on in the day. Um, and in the end, I just thought, nah, live it should be pretty interesting. So let's have a quick look. We've got a couple of people in the chat. Ian and Patrick, hello, both of you fine fellows. I hope you're doing all right. Northside Motors, any morning. Hello, buddy. Let's have a look. Riggy's birthday today as well. Oh, is it? Right. Well, fingers crossed then we get him tied down to a nice long contract. Because I don't know whether we were waiting until he turns 18 for whatever reason, but we shall see what happens. Thomas says, all right, lads. Daniel Lodge says, morning. Patrick, you need a coffee, Michael. To be perfectly honest, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee or tea. I don't like either of them. So hot chocolate's the closest I can have to liking hot drink. Hello, Hannah. Hannah's she's been absolutely lovely with me. Hannah, good morning, good sir. Hope you and your family are doing all right. Oliver says, morning. Good morning to you. Gareth Broadrick. I'm terrible with pronunciations. Evening from Australia. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I forgot you watch from Australia. Fair play. Well, at least we'll be finding out in the next, at least we'll be finding out shortly what our fixtures are going to be like for the upcoming 25-26 season. Let's have a look. SCFC Joe, Yorkshire tea is the one. Like I said, again, if I drank coffee or tea, if I liked either of them, then it probably wouldn't be too bad. But no, I don't like either of them. Let's be honest. Bristolian Mackham, hello there, buddy. All right, lad. Hannah says, as Ricky is now 18, he's classed as an adult, so he can be tied down to a bigger contract. I did believe there was something in that. So I don't know whether it was because when he turned 17 just under a year ago, that we could only tie him down to a 3-year deal, whatever it is. So we shall wait and see. Joe says, calling it now, Arsenal at home, Brentford away, and Everton at home. Hello, Jack. Hello, Jack, mate. Well, me and a couple of mates, me, Jack, and another friend of ours are in a group chat together. So it's quite nice. The spoilers are flying in. Stay strong with the force, everyone. Daniel Lodge, Man City at home on New Year's Day would be special. I wonder why. I wonder why, based on what it was like however many years ago. Thomas has got a feeling we'll get Palace at home for the first match. Hannah says West Ham at home is the main rumour on Not 606. Yeah, well, obviously, I don't tend to look at Not 606 that much anymore, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, what's everybody thinking? What is everybody thinking in terms of the fixtures? What do people think we're gonna? What do people think we're gonna get? So, and obviously, we'll find out in just over 5 minutes' time. So I've got my devices all ready to check. So we should. Oh my god, my throat's killing the storm. Just give me a minute. I need to have a drink of diluted squash. Don't worry, it actually is diluted. Oh, there we go. Keep throat hydrated. Let's have a look. Let's see. SCFC Joe. Favorite Sunderland chant, Michael. It's a weird one. I'm pretty much of the. Oh my god, going all over the place. I'm pretty much easily pleased when it comes to chants, to be honest. You know, my mate and Pete, one of mine and Jack's mates that we know, is probably a bit less easily pleased when it comes to chants. Let's put it that way. But you know, if I had to pick, I quite like the Isidore one, the one who started up, born in Russia, started off in France thing. Oh dear me. Sorry guys, you might have to put up with me coughing a lot throughout this live stream, but I'm going to try and make this not as long a live stream as my previous couple ones. So maybe I might go to like 20 past 9, half 9, something like that. But anyways, let's have a quick look again. Oliver says Fulham away. Hannah says apparently the first 8 games: West Ham home, Burnley away, Brentford at home, Palace away, Villa home, Forest away, Man U away, Wolves at home. If that's true, that's probably as good a first 8 fixtures that we could hope for. And it would be vital that we need to actually try and get a couple of wins in that if we can. Weathers says, don't care who we play as long as it's not on the Friday night, as I'm at Hardwick Festival. I've got a good feeling we are going to play on the Friday night. I'm pretty certain that I think at least one of our game or Leeds' games, unless it's like a Manchester derby that's played in the opening weekend, or a Merseyside derby, or dare I say a Time Weir derby. But I don't think we're going to be playing the Mags first. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Bertley, hello, buddy. Everton is the first away game. Hell, that'd be some away game, wouldn't it? That actually would be some away game to go to Everton's new ground in the first instance. This is the thing. Once all the fixtures and are confirmed, then it will. And I think everybody's going to be doing this. We're going to be bookmarking what away games we're going to be trying to do over the coming season. Andrew says, "Good day." I love that. Sunrise, we're barely right. Look from Sydney. Looking forward to get another season of being up at stupid hours watching the lads. I bet. I keep forgetting. Yeah, for you guys, it's going to be horrendous having to get up. At least Premier League stream should be easier to find, I suppose. We've got 65 people watching and only 8 likes. What's the matter with you? Come on, let's keep going. Let's try and see if we can get the likes up. It'd be much appreciated. And as everybody knows by now, as I keep on saying, if you're watching this video and you aren't a regular subscriber, then hit the subscribe button. I'm only as it stands. I am only. Let's have a quick check. How many subs am I off 6K? I think it's around 80. Let's have a look. 78 subs off 6K. Colin says, Michael, you're coughing a lot. Are you okay, mate? Yeah, it's just me. My throat's just there's just a tickly throat every so often, but I am all right. Thanks very much for asking. Oh, we've got 10 people dropped out of watching. That's lovely. Let's have a look. Down there, he says, Mags away last game of the season. We win to stop them winning the league or qualifying for Europe, as long as we stay up. Bong says, morning, Michael. You at home first game? Bring on. Oh, absolutely. I'll be there. Hannah says West Ham is apparently on the Sunday. Mags is home in December, along with Man City ×2, Leeds and Liverpool. Joe says Leeds versus Liverpool and Sunderland versus Arsenal is likely. Andy Apple, love that name. Thanks for doing the live react. The fixtures will help inside my UK literary when I visit the UK in September from Australia, as I want to get as many SCFC games as possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jimmy Paddy says, I predict we'll play our first game against Liverpool at the Stadium of Light. They always play as a newly promoted side. I've got a feeling it's going to be Liverpool at home. Now, that's not based on hearing anything. That's just a gut feeling. But, I think one way or another, because it's a big story, us being back in the Premier League after so long out, I think our first game will, especially if it is at the Stadium of Light, which it looks like it's going to be, then I think it will be on TV. So we'll see. Ian says, I'd rather get Liverpool or Man City out of the way. Yeah, I get that. You don't want too many of the big hitters in one go, because you don't want heads to drop. You don't want because let's be honest, we're probably going to get comfortably beaten in both games. So I think if we get maybe one of them and then maybe get a cut, and hopefully maybe if say we do get, for example, Burnley within the first 5 games, hopefully win that, and then just keeps things up going. Let's see. Kimberly, hello Kim, says, morning Michael. Anna says, if you get to 8K subs, we are winning the league. Does that mean if we get 8K subs, we're winning the league upside down? But we'll wait and see. That'd be quite nice. I don't think I'm going to get to 8K subs anytime soon, but thanks for the thought all the same. Cal Seaside, hello Cal, Blackpool fan. Bet you dreamt of streams do it like this a few years ago, mate. Oh, you have no idea. I remember watching your playoff final against Lincoln, because obviously Lincoln beat us in the playoffs in 2021. And obviously, if we'd have got through, if we'd have been competent enough, we'd have been playing each other. And I remember thinking, I'm jealous of Blackpool getting to the championship. And I like Blackpool a lot. But yeah, hey-ho, it is what it is. And hopefully you're going to be dreaming about reacting to a championship game soon enough. Let's have a look. Patrick says, don't worry about the 10 people made. People have to go to work. Bong says, I hope it will be Man United first game. Ahmad's return. That'll be quite funny. Hannah says, Patrick, I'm watching at work. And Patrick is as well. Thanks very much, both of you. Jimmy says, Liverpool have played a newly promoted side 47 out of the last 50 opening days. Wow, I did not know that. Colin says, I think our first game will be Spurs at home. Morning disco. Gary Houser, just count down now. Bring on Newcastle United in the first few games. Right. Let's get refreshing. And then we can see our fate, so to speak. Just give me one moment. I'm going to see if we can quickly get ourselves a... hold on. So just bear with me 2 seconds, even if I go a little bit silent. But yeah, it is quite weird, actually, because obviously we usually have to wait a week later for the fixtures. Right, here we go. I'm refreshing the Twitter now. Let's see what we've got. Wait, it's over. Right, here we go. So we have got the fixtures right here. So we have actually, I'll tell you what, I'll do this, see if you can see this. So there we go. I don't think it's going to be clear enough, but there you go. So fixtures, right. So we have West Ham at home at first, then we have Burnley away, Brentford at home. That's in August. And then in September, we've got Palace away, Aston Villa at home, Nottingham Forest away. Then in October, we have Man United away. We have Manchester United. We have Manchester United away, Wolves at home, Chelsea away. Then we have in November, Everton at home, Arsenal at home, trip to Fulham, followed by a home game against Bournemouth. December, we have Liverpool and Man City away. Oh, God, that's going to be a very, very tough week. And then we have the first Waytime derby, Saturday. Well, at the minute, it'll be Saturday, but it'll probably be an early kickoff on the Saturday or the Sunday. And yeah, I agree with Hannah, actually. I think for the most part, December looks a very tough fixture list. But Newcastle, we have Newcastle at the Stadium of Light 2 weekends before Christmas. Let's hope our Christmases are made for Sunderland fans. Brighton away right before Christmas. Then on the 22nd and on the 27th of December, we have Leeds at home. Then Manchester, then a home tie against Manchester City. January 2026, we have Spurs away, Brentford away. Of course. Brentford away, of course, it's always bloody midweek. I was really, really wanting to have Brentford. I was really wanting to go to Brentford away, unless I stay in London overnight. Sorry, hang on. Crystal Palace at home. Then West Ham away, Burnley at home. January looks a pretty crucial month, actually. Then February, we've got Arsenal away, Liverpool at home, Fulham at home, Bournemouth away. In March, we have Leeds United away, Brighton at home, and then a trip to St James's Park for the second time we're derby of the season. Then in April, we have Spurs at home, Aston Villa away, Nottingham Forest at home. Then in May, we have Wolves away, then a home tie against Manchester United, an away tie at Everton, and a final home game against Chelsea. So, yeah, that is interesting. So, what do you guys think? I'm going to try and get this on the screen again and see if it looks any clearer. Let's see if I can quickly work the camera a little bit. Let's see if it looks better. Hang on. Yeah, it's pretty blurry, isn't it? But yeah, so there's the fixtures. I think immediately ones that sort. I think that immediately ones that sort of stand. I think August. I'm not getting wrong. There's no easy game because of how big the gap is. But like, if you're looking at just a particular, I think the first couple of months of the season, you're talking like maybe up till maybe even the first 3 months. I think there's actually pretty good. There's an opportunity there if we're really at it to pick up points. I mean, West Ham at home. I mean, obviously West Ham again, no mugs, but West Ham being at home, I'd like to hope there's a chance we could get something out of that. I would rather we weren't playing Burnley so early, but at the same time, saying that, if Burnley away, I think we need to go to Burnley and ideally get a win, I think. And they'll be saying the same about us, don't get me wrong, but I think if our recruitment's bang on, I think we'll recruit better players than Burnley. So, but yeah, I think if you can get maybe 4 or 5 points out of August, but again, if, for example, we're able to go to Burnley and pick up 3 points, then, I think we could then maybe get a couple of draws in the home games. But West Ham and home, Brentford at home, and Brentford, depending on what happens with Thomas Frank going to Tottenham and Mbuemo looking like he's going to follow him. So let's wait and see. Yeah. So let's have a look. Right, let's go back to check some of the stuff. Let's have a look. What am I going to want to be too? Blah, blah, blah. Right, so a couple of people are just saying. Right, let's have a look. West Ham. Excellent. Jimmy says Jimmy. Yeah, again, I agree with Hannah. December looks pretty crap. Hoping we have a good points return before December. That again is looking poop. Yeah, that's very, very true. I mean, obviously straight away, I think Leeds at home probably needs to be a win. Well, no, probably about it. It needs to be a win there. Man City twice, Liverpool away. Brighton away, which is tricky, and obviously Newcastle with how good they are. Unfortunately, but at the same time, the Stadium of Light, because it's a derby, I'd like to hope that we might have a chance of maybe getting something at home against them. I don't have much hope for Newcastle away, to tell you the truth. But yeah, let's have a look. Andy Apples says, good start, winnable fixtures there. Ian Brown says, couldn't have been better August. I agree with Steve. December is brutal. Ian, Leeds Boxing Day. Well, it's just after Boxing Day. It's the 27th. Oh, hang on, Boxing Day. I might get to watch the championship on the whole or the EFL on Boxing Day. That'd be quite good. And don't worry, guys, because even though we're in the Prem, I'm probably going to still watch a lot of the Championship because I'm aware that there's a chance we'll be back there in a year's time. But at the same time, though, to be fair, I'm going to be doing a Championship predictions video at some point, so that'll be quite good. Let's see. Jimmy, this is the best opportunity we'll either have to get a couple of wins together. If we don't, then the rest of the season is over. I like it. But you're probably right, unfortunately. Cannon Submarinian. It says, I hope I've got that right. Final game against Chelsea. Hopefully not a repeat of 2016-17. What, when the home team wins 5-1? We'll take that. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm hoping by that point we are safe. But, chances are we're either going to be relegated or if we're staying, or as of right now, if we're battle to avoid the drop, it's going to go at the last day. But you never know. Our recruitment can save that. Bones says, first 4 games look canny, 12 points right there. They've only. West Ham, Burnley, Brentford, and Crystal Palace first 4 games. Chance for a great start. If you gave me 6-7 points straight away, I would be over the moon with that. Ian says, Liverpool, Man City, Mags all in a row. Well, bring it on. We've got to play them all at some point. Cal. Hello, Cal again. Thanks, mate. If anyone gets us up from the lower leagues, it's Brucey. Steve Bruce's Tangerine Army. West Ham at home first game could have been a lot worse, that one. Yeah, it absolutely could. And Doug is there. Hello, buddy. Doug, obviously, is a fan who lives up in Scotland, but obviously is a Liverpool fan, does Liverpool content, stuff like that. We can finally get to meet this season. When do we play Liverpool? Sorry, I just tapped the laptop there. When do we play Liverpool at home? Oh, it's a Wednesday. Of course it is. Well, I'll tell you what then, Doug. Get you in February for Liverpool at home. Come over to this. Come down from Scotland, and we can get yourself, book a hotel at the Stadium of Light, and we can, make a nice, lovely day out of it when we play each other. Don't be too harsh on us. But yes, Jimmy says it's the first time I've got a season ticket, so at least the first 3 games at home I'll be hopeful. Well, we'll wait and see. What do people think of it then? Is there any particular periods of the season that sort of stand out to you, apart from obviously the first few games in December with us playing the Mags there? I think a pretty big month, in my opinion, looks to be January. I think, well, obviously maybe not. I know Spurs have been really poor recently, but maybe probably not Spurs in this regard. But then you're looking at, Brentford going to Brentford, hosting Palace, going to West Ham and hosting Burnley. I think that is a big. I think that's a potentially big month. I even think September, saying that you got Villa and Forest who finished in the top 7 last season. But yeah, you've got Crystal Palace. That's always going to be very hard. And then obviously I think we'll get to Leeds away on Wednesday, 4th of March at the moment. I mean, obviously bearing in mind again that we're going to have a lot of games moved for TV, and I'd be very surprised if we get many Saturday 3:00 fixtures this coming season. I'd be very, very astonished. Because that's just how the way the world works at the moment in terms of TV for Sky. But I wonder if there's a live stream on Sky Sports YouTube because of the. But I don't think there is. Hang on. Oh, it's a shame that there really should have been. To be fair, but yeah, no. Let's have a look. No Gammon says 20 points by November. I'll tell you what, I'll be over the moon with that. Then you're you're around about halfway to safety. Sky Sports have just been to Sol. Yeah, I believe Geordie Keith Downey's there. But yeah. Yeah, no, obviously it's good that he's there and not St. James's, I suppose. I suppose, again, it's because it's our first year back in the Prem for 8 years. So I think, it's a big story, isn't it? Let's have a look. Doug says, I'll have a wee look. Jack says, December is very rough. Yeah, December is pretty sure. I mean, we need to be beating Leeds then. We need to be beating Leeds and try and squeeze a result maybe out of Newcastle at home or Brighton away. And even then, it's easier said than done. I mean, December looks very, very tough. We need to be on a decent points tally by that point. Colin Major, my birthday is when we play the Mags first game. So that could either be the best birthday present ever or the worst birthday ever. Hopefully the former. Let's see. Kimberly says, December shit, but how are the lads? Yeah. Jack says, it's also weird only seeing 3 games a month for the first 3 months. So used to overly congested championship seasons. Yeah, I mean, we don't get... how many midweek games is there, actually? There isn't that many, I don't think. There's one in... There's 2 in December, so that's 2. 1 in January, 1 in February, 1 in March. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I keep forgetting we have 8 less fixtures, don't we? Yeah, well, Jack, it just means we're going to get to just watch the championship in midweek. That is going to be a bundle of laughs. Go on, guys. We've got 70 people watching and we've got 37 likes. Come on, let's see if we can get to around 50. Okay, 38 likes now. Let's see if we can get to around 50 likes. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, for what people said, the first few fixtures of the season, when you got like, West Ham at home, Burnley away, then Brentford at home, Palace away, and then obviously Villa and Forest are pretty tricky. But if you're actually looking at it, the first four fixtures in particular, um, and again, there's no easy game, obviously, but I think if you're looking at that, you need to be getting a couple of wins out of the first 2 months. I think. In fact, I even go as far as say the first 3 months, up till probably Chelsea away. And yes, I'm probably including Man United in that because obviously as of right now, it's not been. Obviously, they haven't been particularly good, but I think we need to be getting a couple of good few wins out of that. I'd say probably by the end of November, after Bournemouth at home, if we can try and be on 20 to 25 points, and I'm appreciating that that's a pretty big ask, but I think but again, obviously, depends on how good our recruitment is, so we'll have to see. But you're hoping for that because, as people have said, December looks yikes. December looks very, very tricky. And David Brown, yep, I agree. We must make a good start. Yeah, I think we need, especially with how tough it is for promoted teams, we need to be getting a few wins on the doors early on. Right, let's have a look, check, see what else there is. Acacia, Chef Wed's biggest fan, says, Morning Bowers, on my way to work in Sheffield. We just seen Arsenal away on my birthday weekend on Saturday, 7th of February. You know what? Actually, here's one. What away games are people looking to do? And fair, shout out to Acacia and Nikki, by the way, because they are two of the most dedicated Sunderland fans I've seen. They go literally nearly every game, which is incredible. But yes, also, yeah, to be fair, you know what? I think if I'm looking at what away games are people looking to do? Obviously, again, dependent on fixture changes because of Sky and stuff. I would probably I'd say, well, I wasn't originally bothered about Burnley. I mean, mates just texted me and said, and I think said the same thing, that Burnley away you probably wouldn't have been as bothered about, but because it's the first away game, I probably will look to try and do that. Actually, hold on, do I miss a home game? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Arsenal at home because of being away. We're always away when it's my cousin's birthday. We're always at home when it's my cousin's birthday recently. Yeah, so I'm gonna be ending up missing Arsenal at home. Although to be honest, I think I think we're probably gonna basically the first full weekend of November. Well, the 7th and 10th of November. Two of my cousins who live in Manchester, it's their birthdays basically. So that's usually why I end up missing a home game around then. So I'm missing Arsenal at home, but I suspect if I'm lucky, I might be able to watch it on TV because I think it probably will be on TV. Yeah, so, but yeah, if our away games are concerned, I think I'll probably look to do maybe Burnley, Palace, Forest. I could maybe stay with family, like say if I went we play Manchester United away. When do we play Man City away? 6th of December, yeah. So this one, because I've got family who live in Manchester, it's going to be quite convenient when we're playing the Manchester clubs. But yeah, anyway, so let's see. So I think the first 3 away games I might look to try and do. Maybe Man United, and then obviously from there, Fulham. So a lot of the away games with appeal are pretty much early doors for me of the season. What's the last away game? Everton away, obviously with their new stadium. Hopefully by then we're both safe. But we'll see. Leeds, yeah, maybe I might do Leeds. So Wolves possibly, depending on the state of the table at the time. Brentford away, that was a game I was looking forward to, but obviously it's a bloody midweek. But like I said, maybe I might go down on the Wednesday. If it is on the Wednesday, go down on the Wednesday, stay over Wednesday night maybe, and then come back on the Thursday or whatever it is. West Ham away, yeah. There's quite a lot of there's quite a lot there. Maybe I could even just take that whole week off and just stay in London for a few days and go to Spurs and Brentford away. But yeah, let's go back to some more of the comments. Kinnan Submarinian says December, but tell me if I got that right, mate, by the way. I hope I pronounced that correctly. December back-to-back win against Man City and the Mags. I love your optimism, mate. I'd just take a win against the Mags and a battering at Man City. Colin Major, at least I'll get pissed. Either way, Michael, on 13th of December. Oh, yes, absolutely. There is no way I'm missing that. Yeah, let's hope we don't decorate the bar in black and white crap this time. And let's hope we actually give ourselves a good account of ourselves. Hannah, Villa on my birthday, hoping for Forest or Wolves away as the other close ones. One with the Brighton being closer to home if we can get tickets. When do we play Villa? Was it Villa on my birthday? So is that the 30th? That's either the 30th of September or it is the 16th of April. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, 18th of April. Yeah, the fixtures are quite faint there. Case yeah, I'm looking forward to Villa, Forest, and Manchester United away. This is what I mean. We're talking about going to grounds like these instead of like, and with all due respect to these teams, Plymouth, Oxford, Derby County, and well, actually, no, Derby's pretty decent. But I mean, there's no away game that's like really poor, but in the Premier League and Championship, really for me. But like, yeah, I'm kind of it's nice to be going to some actual Prem stadiums, but obviously, how long that novelty lasts if we're like bottom of the league, I don't know. All right, Hannah says 20th of September is my birthday, and we are in Keswick for the weekend. Nice one. Hopefully you enjoy it. Um, yeah, I think we'll start to wrap it up in a few minutes. Quickly again, guys. What away games are people doing? As of right now, what away games are people looking at? Sound being, hopefully City and Liverpool will be rotating in December due to fixture congestion with Champions League. Yeah, maybe that might be not a bad time to play them. If we can cling to any sort of remote hope possible. That's what you said. Call Major, just like last season, Michael, till the end. Yep. Well, hopefully we'll wait and see. Let's have a look. I don't think I've missed any comments. But, let's see. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed any. But right, let's see. Out of the 74 people that are watching, if any of you watching who are not subscribed, then hit the subscribe button. As I keep on repeating with Sean Middleton, absolutely free, doesn't cost a penny. Because obviously I want to try and get to 6K subs. I've already got another 2 subs. Thank you very much to those lovely legends who've done so. And come on, 76 subs away from 6,000. Come on. My birthday is literally in exactly a week's time. So, you know, my birthday is in exactly 1 week from now. So it'd be a lovely present if we could get to 6,000 subscribers. But yeah, as I've said before, I think as far as away games are concerned, I think the first couple I might try and look to do. Got 61 likes. Wow, that's amazing. Let's even try and get to 80 likes. That's yeah. Right, okay, here's one then. How many of our fixtures will be on TV, do people reckon? West Ham at home will be on TV, I think, because it's our first game back in the top flight. Burnley away. Actually, I need to have a look at the other It would help if I looked at the other Premier League fixtures, wouldn't it? Because I'm looking to see, because obviously there's going to be a lot of games that, because I don't think we're going to have that many Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs, at least not to start the season with. But let's have a check, because I'm pretty sure that the Premier League. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, cookies, get off. Right, here we go. Oh wow, okay. So we have got. Oh, okay. So the TV picks have already been done. West Ham was not on TV. It's a bit weird. No, Hannah, the fixtures are already announced for the TV games. So we've got Liverpool, Bournemouth kicking off the Prem. Then you've got Villa versus Newcastle. Then you've got what was it, Sunderland? And then on the Saturday you've got 3 o'clock anyway. You've got Brighton, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, Brentford, Sunderland against West Ham, Tottenham against Burnley. Then you got Chelsea and Wolves Man City is a 5:30 kickoff. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace and Man United versus Arsenal on the Sunday. And then on the Monday night, Leeds versus Everton. So I'm trying this. So when's our first TV game going to be? That's interesting. What's the second week like? Maybe a battle of the 2 promoted sides, maybe on TV. I'm not sure. I doubt it though. Let's see. Yeah, probably Man City, Tottenham, Newcastle, Liverpool, West Ham, Chelsea immediately spring to mind. Brentford, Villa, I think will be ones that will be on TV. But yeah, no, it's an interesting one. Right, let's see. Kanan says, you got my first name right, so it's fine. I'm just going to call you Kanan then, fair enough. Hutchinski says, how old are you on your birthday, Michael? I am 34. Getting towards the mid-30s club, which is great. And it says West Ham will be on the Sunday. If it has changed, both mag games will be. No, like I said, Hannah, the West Ham game it's a 3 o'clock kickoff on the 16th of August. Because obviously, whenever the Prem is announced, they usually announce it. They usually do the TV picks for the first weekend. Let's see. David Heslop says, "Happy birthday for a week's time, mate. Mine's on the same day. Well, hopefully you enjoy your birthday, mate." Jimmy says, I think before December we'll have a few on TV. Then after it becomes clear we are rubbish and drop us suddenly. No, I tell you what, it becomes clear that we're going to be mid-table, Jimmy, and that we're going to be rubbish from an entertainment point of view. But yeah, being all jokes aside, I think it's probably going to be being all jokes aside. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Hutchinski says 30 years younger than me, mate. Jack Asprey says away day wish list: Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, Man City, Spurs, Everton, and Mags. Tell you what, for the Mags, you're going to be very, very lucky to get a ticket for that. Very, very lucky, in fact. Jimmy says, I'm hopeful. Kanan says, Patterson, mainstay in my fantasy team. Pretty sure he'll get as many saves as Pickford wants to. Yeah, I think Patterson's going to be a very busy boy in the Premier League. But, hopefully, even if we're getting battered every game, hopefully we take our one chance and win 1-0 every week. Or at least about 13 times in the season with a few draws, and then we'll be fine. That Burnley game, second weekend, that's absolutely massive. And so I think it's imperative we go to Burnley and pick up 3 points just because of how tough the rest of the season is going to be. And I'm not saying Burnley won't be tough, obviously, but still. Jimmy, Chelsea at home final day. The last time that happened, the Mags got relegated. Imagine. Well, I think the only way the Mags are going to get relegated now is if they get deducted minus 30 points or something, because I don't see it otherwise, unfortunately. But we can always hope. Let's see. Yeah, wow. You know what it is actually? I don't know what you guys think. Yeah, go on. I'll stay until 9:30. Why not? For those who keep asking for me to stay on a bit longer, you're getting a bit longer. David Costello says, thought each team was going to have 20 televised games. Yeah, they probably will, mate. It's just the fact that only the first weekend have been announced for TV games. So it's going to be. So, I mean, are we going to get a game televised in August? Maybe one of Burnley or Brentford, obviously. Well, obviously West Ham's not going to be, is it? But at least for those watching abroad, Prem fixtures should be easier to get nice legal streams for. But yeah. But anyway, no, I'm going to be there on the 16th of August. West Ham at the Stadium of Light. That's going to be really, really good first game. Especially being at home as well. Hopefully we can. I mean, hopefully we can get off to a winning start there. But again, and this is what I mean. We're going to have to find a way to try and break into the top 17 if we can. So, yeah, I mean, straight away, I'm already looking at what results you want in every game. You want Tottenham to beat Burnley, Man City to beat Wolves, maybe Everton to probably beat Leeds, but I doubt that's going to happen. But yeah, no, it is going to be very, 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 very tricky. But yeah, you're right, David. We will get 20. I think we will get around that sort of televised games, but it's just going to be a matter of when to do it. So Tanner says, with the first day, I can possibly see the Villa or Forest game being on TV. Let's have a quick look in September. Here we go. Palace away, yeah, that won't be. Yeah, I'll tell you what then. Villa at home and Forest away will probably be on. Villa at home, I think, will certainly be on TV because it's a battle between two of the giants of English football. So yeah, I do think it'll be in amongst that. Obviously, that weekend you've also got Liverpool, Everton, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Brighton, Spurs. But yeah, I'd like to think Sunderland, Villa has a good chance of being on Sky. So, but yes, do we play Wolves? I think we play Wolves first in October, I believe, and I think it's at home. Let's have a look. There you go. So 4th of October, we got Man United away, then Wolves at home, and then obviously Chelsea away. Yeah. So it's the weekend of the 18th of October, so that's when we play Wolves. Yeah. No, let's quickly go on to the Sunderland thing. There we are. Oh, hang on, no. Oh, they've still got the Prem table from what is it from last season? Hang on. Just have to go into the Championship table. Will still be there. Sunderland. There we go. Right. There we go. Right. Let's see. And yeah, obviously, I think it'd be nice if we got to Chelsea at home on the 24th of May and we're safe and we're sort of not celebrating it, but we're going to be like a bit more relaxed and go right. We're safe now. We've managed to get ourselves survival, so let's see what happens from there. We'll give it another 5 minutes, guys, and then I'll probably be heading off. But yeah, so when's the Mags away again? Forgotten. Oh yeah, 21st of March. Oh, it's right before a 2-week break. Great. Have to stomach that. Here's one then. How many points are we taking off Newcastle this season? I wouldn't bet against we're winning at home, depending how much we're on it. Away, if I'm honest, unless they go down to like 9 men or something, I don't hold that much hope really with it, if I'm being realistic. But at the same time, I think 6 points for the lols. For Newcastle or for Sunderland? I'm assuming Hannah means for Sunderland, but yeah. Yes, I mean, obviously, I live in a Newcastle household, so for me, I'm desperate we get something, at least in one of the fixtures this season. And obviously, it's going to be tricky, But at some point, we said before, we want to be playing the Mags regularly because we want to be in the Prem, don't we? So, this is good. It's going to have to be we're going to have to be very very we're going to have to be we're going to have to be really on it to get anything. But at the same time, these are the fixtures that fans look forward to, isn't it? So, and our Newcastle fans, I've no doubt, will be doing the same thing. They'll be saying, away at the stadium like right before Christmas, and then obviously in March, right, it's at St James's Park. So let's have a look. Hannah, Isak wants away. He is forcing a move away. He wants to go to Liverpool. Possibly. To be honest, I'd be very, very surprised if Liverpool end up signing him with the fact they just spent 100 and odd million on the lad from Leverkusen. So yeah, I mean, I'd be very surprised. I mean, I don't think Isak will leave the Mags. Unfortunately, as nice a thought as that would be, I think he'll stay for another season. Jimmy, being in the Prem may suit us because the best we looked last season was when we were counter-attacking. As most Prem teams will be fancying it against us, we could sneak results. Yeah, I could see that. To be fair, I could, but obviously we're going to have to be recruiting players that are going to be of Premier League standard to be able to be counter-attacking and be in transition as effectively in the Prem as we were in the Championship when we were at our best last season. But yes, no, I do take the point. I think a lot of people viewing us as probably the most winnable fixture. Maybe us and Burnley as certainly the most winnable of the games. And I think it could suit us if we play our cards right. And one of the things I think we've got with the likes of Regis Lebris is the fact that, well, provided he doesn't get poached or anything like that. And I haven't heard anything, guys. I'm just trying to be pragmatic. But with Regis Lebris, the difference between him and, say, Russell Martin at Southampton, for example, because I've seen a few people compare us to Southampton, is that Russell Martin would not adapt whatsoever to the Premier League. He was insistent on being stubborn and playing his way and not straying away from it. Whereas I think Lebris will be treating the Prem with the respect it probably deserves and will go, right, come on, we're going to be having to be very, very quick on transition and we're going to have to be great defensively here. So, but this is where, again, Speakman and Harvey have got their work cut out for them and we need to get some good players in. But they've proven they're capable of it. Hannah, with them being Europe injuries, I'm assuming you mean them. Oh yeah, good point actually. Well, hopefully we're playing them after the last. That wouldn't surprise me if that's the last Champions League. Well, after a Champions League league stage week. So yeah, that actually might be good for us potentially. Hello, Daniel Manny. It says in great position not to be bottom after 5 games. We can hope, mate. We can hope. Like I said, out of the first 5 games, I'd say probably out of the first 8 because I'm not going to obviously Chelsea away. I'm like, we're not going to get it in there. But like, I'm looking at, let's have a look. West Ham home, Burnley away, Brentford at home, Palace away, Villa at home, Forest away, Man U away, Wolves at home. I mean, obviously notwithstanding the fact that Amad Diallo will probably score a hat-trick against us, knowing our luck, but there's decent fixtures in there. And even if we can use the promotion sort of buzz early on in the season to get some results, it'll help confidence up. It'll make sure that we can get ourselves into a decent position. At some point, someone's got to break. Some promoted club's got to stay up. So let's hope it's Sunderland. So yeah, first game we played them is after a midweek Champions League fixture. And normally they don't do well. Well, we'll wait and see. Obviously, it's a different place being a derby, but I'd like to think this time we've got a much better coach than Michael Beale. So we'll see. Colin, Michael, we play the Mag second game on my brother's birthday, so I'll get pissed again with me. I think he's trying to get pissed again, like, you know what I mean? Oh, that clip is legendary. All right, guys, any last comments you want me to react to before I head off? Because it's obviously almost 9:30. And obviously, I think we've been on for nearly 40 minutes, which is incredible that there's still 77 people watching, or at least around that sort of figure watching. That's absolutely insane. Jimmy says, how are the lads? Yep, absolutely. Like I said, this is what we've wanted. These were the conversations we were wanting to have at the back end of last season, particularly when we were heading to Wembley for the playoff final. We want to see who we found out first. We've probably got as kind of fixture list as what we could have hoped for early doors. But that obviously doesn't mean anything if we don't get the results. But yeah, let's hope we do it. The season will kick off in pretty much just under 2 months' time from today. So yeah, we shall wait and see. But yeah, for anyone who's there, I will see you against West Ham. And I might try and make the effort to head down to Burnley. But obviously, I need to find out. Sorry, someone's saying well, they weren't bothered about Burnley, but because they're away, we're away first away game, they might do it. I like it. Let's have a look. Also, yeah, right, guys. I think I will love yous and leave yous there. 72 likes. That is absolutely amazing. You lovely lot. Let's get a 75 likes. Come on, see if we can get a 75. Let's see if we got any more subs. No, still 5924 subs. Hannah Brown. Till the end, peeps. Till the bloody end. Have a lovely deal. Yep. Enjoy your day, everybody. And yep, Prem fixtures are back. We're back where we belong. That's all we can stay there for more than one season. Quite a long way more than one season, in fact. Right, guys, take care of yourselves. You absolute legends. Jimmy, where do farts go? No comment. See you guys later. Stay safe. We're the bloody lads till the end. Come on. If we got recruitment right, we can stay up. See you later, Acacia.